Welcome to a jam-packed arena here in Oklahoma City. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. 2K Esports is proud to present NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And both these teams, Brant, love to push the ball, push the pace. What are some things that all great fast break teams have in common?
The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision of the floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first two steps are hard and they're filling the lanes, then that just happened. And he keeps diligently working hard to try and perfect that part of his game. Westbrook can't help but to make guys look a little foolish off the bounce.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now defended by Grant. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And George with the stuff.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Pass to Robertson. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Bledsoe. The shot by Brogdon wide open. That three off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Grant, that's good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor. And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Well, a little bit each year, Giannis gets fouled at a higher and higher clip. That shows about how much more aggressive and how much more confident and how much more usage he's had through his first few seasons.
Adams' shot is off. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
And it's Grant in the corner. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. 7 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
And that one's good, George.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, this is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Drains the three-pointer. George has got 9.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Brogdon, and it's blocked.
Robertson out there to play defense. He excels at getting off the ground so quickly to get the block.
George, no good. The Bucks trail. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decision right there. Reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Back to Robertson. Here's Westbrook. Good on the shot.
Russell loves the challenge there, and he's in the heart of the defense, and he rips it out of him there.
Pass to Brogdon. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Left side, George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Adams. Milwaukee with the rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 11 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's pretty good focus. Giannis gets in there. Tough to rattle him a little bit.
Stats-wise.
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, I feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
Here's Adams. Sinks that one from the post. Adams has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Thunder.
There's the willingness to compete from Steven Adams right there. Finishes through contact.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
In Westbrook, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
So interesting with Russell Westbrook, never really touted or championed growing up, but if you go to UCLA, you have to be halfway decent, don't you, Kevin? 5'8" stick figure back in high school and came off the bench his freshman year at UCLA, and I just don't think anybody saw what was coming out of Russell Westbrook, but we're appreciating it now.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Milwaukee leading by 3. Pass to Middleton. Here is Ilyasova. No good with the triple. And you heard the story. Westbrook showed up for a basketball camp in Atlanta. His name wasn't on the list. Had to sit in the lobby for 4 hours before they let him in.
It's hard to believe. Obviously not a blue chip recruit, and I don't think that Russell Westbrook ever thought about seeing himself in the NBA at any point. Was just hoping to get a scholarship, and that second season at UCLA opened up some eyes about just how athletic and explosive he could be. Here we are today.
Back to Morris. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Morris has got his first 2 points.
So shifty in these pick and roll sets. Schroeder takes what the defense gives him in that situation.
Ilyasova hits the bucket.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
Back to Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
Well, with Schroeder, he just isn't consistent enough from three-point range as point guards need to be today.
Well, last season was just a shade under the 30% range. He's still a great scorer by slashing and going to the rim, but that's going to tire you out. Teams back off and make you prove it. We'll see if Dennis can find some consistency from that range to be more dangerous.
On the wing, Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
To the paint. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And he gets the bucket. Noel's got his second basket of the game.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Hill with it. Now Felton defending. It's back to Hill. To the middle. And stolen by Noel. Here's Morris. Morris throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, he picked up the ball clean. He has a sneaky court awareness that you have to be careful around. That time results in the steal.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 6-point game. Back to Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward this game.
Well, especially when the game is this close. You recognize with your instincts the opportunity to help your team out. Just never flinched.
That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Middleton. Here's Connaughton, covered by Morris. Inside. Here's Ilyasova. Lays it up off the glass. Ilyasova's got 5 points in the quarter.
Easy to forget that Ilyasova can...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Milwaukee Bucks looking to move the needle with their new head coaching hire. If you're in that role, Brent, what changes do you make?
Well, I think the team just needs to find a little bit better cohesion on the defensive end. They tried a lot of things schematically last year that I don't think they were as connected as they needed to be there. And as far as personnel goes, they're really lacking some consistency from outside on the perimeter, their perimeter shooting. I know Tony Snell had a decent year, but there's not a lot of three-point attack from the Milwaukee Bucks. It makes it tough for them to score.
Adams' shot is off.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Middleton improving his game, improving his confidence, coming back after injury, and working to become better.
Pass to Robertson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 6 to shoot. Here's George.
That's a great dunk. Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Well, just taking on the defense in the paint. There's no fear from Westbrook and not backing down from the rim protector that time.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, we see Andre Robertson making his return from the ruptured patellar tendon of winter 2018.
Just how disruptive was it for Billy Donovan and the Thunder to lose Andre Robertson last year? The numbers were staggering in terms of the defensive rating when he was on the floor, just how good they were. And the guy averages less than 5 points a game for his career, but his impact defensively cannot be understated.
Grant outside. Back to George. Down low. 9 feet out. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And now it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Westbrook with it. Lopez over to help. Back to Adams. He gets it in there. Adams has got his second bucket.
A great efficiency on the inside from Steven Adams. Rarely does he take a bad shot.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
Pass to Lopez. Trying to find Bledsoe. Gets it to him. Middleton outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Brogdon. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. No good on that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Back to Adams. In the corner, George with it. Down low. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Brogdon. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Good quick hands from Antetokounmpo there, reacting well on defense and swiping that one away.
To the paint. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And 6'7" swingman Andre Robertson out of the University of Colorado, one of the league's premier defensive specialists.
And Kevin, there's a reason he started for most of his career, and it has nothing to do with his shooting. Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again, maybe this season.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
Here's Felton. Lopez with the block. They recover it. Here's Morris. Lays it up and banks it in. Morris has got 6 points.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
And so Thunder trailing by 18. Here's Schroeder, and the layup falls. Schroeder's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Thunder. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint. And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupation.
And here now the Thunder. George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Brook Lopez. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I don't think you're stopping Giannis on a drive like that. He just takes off and one stride gets by everybody.
Adams in the high post. Schroeder outside. Outside Felton. To the inside. And Adams with the slam.
Well, Adams, surprisingly there, maybe a little bit more assertive on the offensive end. Good to see him throw that one down.
Back to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Hill. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Grant, George Hill is a guard who has been as consistent as it gets from deep the last few seasons in the league.
Well, Hill's always been a good shooter since entering the league. Remember starting his career in San Antonio, so he showed off his wares alongside Tim Duncan in the post where he could spot up and gain his confidence. And the last 3 seasons for him, he's been over 40%.
This one for three. Mirotic's shot is off. Adams with it. And he banks in the layup. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Lopez over to help. To the middle. Here's Westbrook. And it's sent back by Lopez. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Yeah, that's a painful mistake there. All you can do is just shake that one off and try your best to move on to the next play.
Assist goes to.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet, Kevin?
Out left to the wing. Back to Felton. Here's Adams. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
And so it's Felton who will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Milwaukee.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's amazing defense from him. Seemed to know exactly when to pounce on the passing lanes and predictive steals.
To the inside. Gasol. And he banks in the layup.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Giannis is
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
On offense, here are the Bucks. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
Here's Noel. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That free throw, no good. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pass to Connaughton. So no problem for Milwaukee.